Have you ever wondered if turning your backyard chickens into a profitable venture is as easy as laying eggs? Let's find out. Today in this video I'm going to talk about the world of selling eggs. Can you turn a profit? You can turn a profit. Can you make a living on it? It would be hard to at the homestead level. And we'll kind of talk about my philosophy of egg layers and how much, what kind of profit we kind of like to make and stuff like that. And now I'm not going to talk about the fixed costs. This coop, this egg mobile, this is a movable egg mobile, and I've had this for, this is my newest one, so I've had it for at least 3 years. My chickens, these in here are 2 years old. I got another egg mobile over there that's a year older with 3-year-old chickens, and I got my first one over there, it's probably 4 years old, 4 to 5 years old. It's got my newest chickens in it. And I'm not counting what it costs, and it really, I've got a video series on these, and it don't really, I bet it didn't cost less than $100 to do this, so at the time. I haven't checked lumber prices here lately, but doing something like this is very economical. And of course I had the roof and tin, it's repurposed. A lot of the wood, interior wood is repurposed, and the nest boxes are repurposed. But anyway, my philosophy on the selling eggs, yes, you can make a profit. We make a slight profit. Now, could I quit my job and just sell eggs? No. You'd have to have a large volume. Let's say if we sell for $3, you got to kind of figure what your feed cost is, and that's what really determines my price, is my feed costs, because I don't figure the fix, and I'll go over that in just a second. But my feed price goes up, I have to raise my price. My feed price goes way down, I lower my price. Probably about a year ago we were selling for $2 a dozen. Inflation, everybody knows how that goes, and I have to pass it on. The feed went up really high, so I had to go up to $3. And now we make a little money on this. Right now we're doing about maybe 2 to 3 dozen eggs a day, and it's starting to taper off. It's late August, it'll be almost the 1st of September. So, you know, you can kind of go that. We got like 50 hens, and at the peak we'll get probably 40 eggs a day, and you can kind of figure that, and that's what you need to figure. You need to figure your average. And it depends on what kind of hen. Now, these are, most of these, that's a buff and some heavy breeds. They lay probably 5 eggs a week. My other one's got some heavy breeds in it, buff, got some buffs, some barred rock, some Rhode Islands. They probably lay 5 eggs a week. Then my big one, I got a production chicken in it, and they'll do 6 eggs a week. So that's another thing you got to figure out. So it costs me the same to feed these chickens as it does those production chickens, and I get a little more eggs out of those. So if you're going in the egg business, think about your breed. So we are going to ramp up our production next year. We've already started that process, and we're buying chicks right now. And we raise our own chicks. We just feel like that's a little better for us. I don't mean you have to. Now, you might be a little cheaper if you buy a pullet, or maybe even a 3-month-old chicken and raise it from there. Just do what best suits you. You can put pencil to paper, but we raise our own from chicks. To me, it seems for us more economical. But we're going to ramp up to 200 hens next year. Not counting the ones I've got. I'm not talking about 200 new hens. And that'll give us about, I figure, 12 to 14 dozen a day. And so we sell $3 a dozen, so you can kind of do the math. And I've got more customers than I do eggs. And so, you know, my old supply side says I'm going to increase my supply. You know, most people say you increase your price to temper your supply, but I want to increase my supply to meet my demand. So hopefully that'll work out for us, and you can follow us along and see how it does next year. I'll probably start a series on that too. But one of my philosophies is this egg, me selling eggs is kind of like a byproduct, or one of the byproducts. I use my chickens in this egg mobile to fertilize my hay pasture and to weed my hay pasture. I'm in a different part here, and this is weedy, and I don't want to spray. And I might take 2 years in this area, probably an acre and a half, maybe 2 acres, and I'll go run these chickens back and forth over here, and they'll kill all the weeds, and we'll have good, fertilize the ground, and we are rejuvenating this pasture. I've got a pasture right behind us. It's probably 3 acres. It took me 2.5 years to do that. We're the same system, and I had some outstanding hay. You can go back and look at some videos where we cut hay off that, and it's organic, and I put 1 ounce of chemical fertilizer or chemical herbicide on that field. So that's one of the byproducts, and that's my main reason here, is I'm rejuvenating my pastures with these hens, and the eggs are kind of like a byproduct. Just like I've got bees, and I use my bees to pollinate my vegetables, and the byproduct of that for me is honey. And then you got people, I understand there's people that just do honey, and so that's a different story, and there's people that just do eggs. But I've got, that's why I don't figure my building and my hens into the cost, because I'm using them building and hens to rejuvenate my pasture. You say when you get chickens, that's a gateway drug for animals. You get chickens, you end up with pigs, goats, cows, just like we have. Selling eggs is kind of a gateway into selling from your homestead. We use our eggs kind of to promote our vegetables, and our vegetables is our high margin. Our eggs, we make a little bit, not a whole lot. So people come buy our eggs because they're so good. They're pasture raised. They're outstanding eggs. I've just had 1 complaint, said they weren't as good as some other eggs. Some people down the road sell them for $10, and just because they're $10 don't mean they're better eggs. But I sell mine for $3. I try to do a fair price where I can make a little money, and I give a little good value. But like I said, selling eggs is a gateway into stuff. We kind of started selling eggs, and we got into vegetables, and got into soap, and we do beeswax creams. We sell honey. So this is a little start to get your homestead profitable and get you making some money into the homestead. And you can see these beautiful eggs. Now I like a little bit of color, and I didn't get a blue egg today, but I've got some Americanas and they'll lay blue eggs. But I try to get a variety of different colors. People seem to like that. Like I got dark brown, light brown. This is supposed to be a brown, but it actually looks white. And then I have a blue. And then we got some green egg layers we've bought, and hopefully that'll add a little more color to them. So like I said, this is a start for your homestead, and you make a profit. Yes, figure your feed costs and how much you got in this dozen eggs. I know exactly how much I got in this dozen eggs with the carton. Now I don't count my time because I got to come down here anyway, but I know exactly how much it cost me to feed to produce this dozen eggs with this carton, and then I add my profit margin to that, and that's how we do it. So hopefully this has been a help. You can make a profit, but it's going to be hard to make a living. And we ramp on up to 200 layers next year. We'll see how much money we make, and we'll do another video on that. Appreciate you watching. Give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Support your local farmer. And we'll see you down here in the farm in the next video.